about you, keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Going on your eyes, for right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair, or extensions. Good nigga that'll probably grip like some ninjas. From the time fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying at the commissary before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, murder in a low jacket. My co-captain, Ryan on this whole rappers, my whole fabulous. Now I mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 chicks. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof press with a couple bosses after the war just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Go on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know it. Got it on my heart and my whole time. Waiting on the storm in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know it. Got it on my heart and my whole time. Living in the storm in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this Ebonics, it's ghetto phonics. They got me on the level supersonic. My mama time me, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably pulling this paper origami. My name is pure designing. My way is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling every Ebony. I mean a deal with the... All right, yeah. All right. Shalom Israel. This is the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. I'm Officer of 1,000, La Gun. And today we have an Isupk Brotherhood class. Today we're going to get into a topic that's well needed for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. That topic is understanding that zeal without the knowledge of the Most High God is useless. All right? That's what our people have been experiencing for a long time now. All right? All the way back in the slavery days, everything, man. We are the most peculiar people in the earth. Everything revolves around us, but we lack the simple knowledge of who we are and how we're going to get to the destination we want to get to, man. We have been lied to about our heritage, and we picked up other people's heritage, and we keep wondering why we keep running to these brick walls. Why people are still, brothers and sisters, still being killed. It's a lot. All right. Anybody checking in and going to the school, make sure you check in the comments here, and we'll get credit for the class here. All right. So let's get into it, man. This is an ongoing problem we had back from some slavery to civil rights all the way up into now, man. All right, and I'm gonna start with the most recent issue going on with the brother Kanye West. Perfect example. This brother has zeal, right? This brother has a spirit to want to help his people. I truly believe that Kanye West would die for his people. He's willing to lose things. That's an honorable thing to have, and that's needed even in his truth, to be willing to lose what you have. But the brother does not have the knowledge. The brother does not have the actual truth or what the Most High wants him to do. See, one thing we got to understand we can't do is we cannot accomplish any goal right now on this earth until we start following the Most High God. Right? I don't know everything that brother does during the day, but I do know, you can't say we Israelites then put on a White Lives Matter shirt and then say the white man's the most oppressed person. That doesn't go hand in hand. Now he has the knowledge, the zeal to come up against the oppressor, and that's commendable, and the Isupk supports him with that. But if that brother was willing to get in all black, join the Isupk under command Junior Hunter, he wouldn't have the problems he's having right now. All right, we would be able, Salakia, this man would be, Salakia, he would be protected to the point where these people would not touch him. The people would not speak against him. And it's in the scripture, this can happen. All right. As a matter of fact, let me pull that for you right quick while I say it there. Let me get that. Now the dog moved his tongue. Let's see that. Hold on 1 second. I ain't have it in my notes, but it just came to me. We're gonna roll with it. All right. Move his tongue. All right. This is Exodus 11,
and 6. All right. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast. Now understand this. This is a time when the Most High was bringing his people out of Egypt, blacks, Hispanics, Native American out of Egypt. These are the times we are in now, where we are getting to that point to where we should be protecting each other. The Most High is going to move. The scripture says the Most High is going to move whether we ready to or not, and he's moving right now. If you've been watching the Isupk, the world is revolving around things we have been saying since 1969. They are showing you right now that they don't want you to know you are Jews. You are God's chosen people. They just made this brother moves millions of dollars, took his Adidas money, did the same thing with Nick Cannon. But like I said, Kanye West is at least showing that he has a spirit to fight. Now we don't know how long that's gonna last, endure to the end and find this truth with us. But he at this point he can be commended. And we should not be going against this brother what he's saying. Yes, he wall thought process, slavery was a choice, and all the white lives matter stuff. But we gotta address the one thing he said that was true. We are the real Jews. That is why Noriega, they didn't give a damn about him saying having a white lives matter shirt. They didn't give a damn about him saying slavery was a choice. They didn't give a damn about him saying Harry Slumber did free slaves. They gave a damn about this man speaking against a people in a world where you cannot, you are it's damn illegal to segregate things. The Jewish man is the most segregated individual on this earth. They have places you can't go in, and it's not against the law. They got things you cannot do with them. It's not against the law. That's supposed to be us. We've been fighting for this power and this happiness and this glory in this place. And we forgot the one thing we got to take with us is our heritage. The Ark of the Covenant has been gone. The Spirit of the Most High is in us. We are church. So we have to bring that into what we're trying to do in everything that we're trying to do. So this I'm gonna read that again for you. It said a dog and a dog, not even a damn dog, but against the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue. That's what the Jewish man got right now. Because he understands the heritage that he stole. He knew he stole our heritage. And it's time to bring it back. Because that's identity theft, what has happened with the so-called Jewish man. That's why he's fighting every being of his body. Make sure that black people, but not even the fact, he don't even care, we know. He just want to make sure it's not acknowledged in the earth. All of us know we Israelites now. You've heard this by now, right? This the Most High has made it where nobody can say they did not hear you, the black people with the Jews. You said to go to a store right now and ask a random person, you're gonna say, have you ever heard the black people? I guarantee that person is gonna say, I've heard that song before. It is time to do something about it, but you cannot do a damn thing about it if in your mind you still think Jesus wasn't real, or Jesus was man, or God loves everybody, or you are not held to the standard of what's in this Bible. This is your constitution. What's written in these scriptures are the only thing that's going to get you through the turmoil that we're going into right now. A lot of us are already in turmoil right now. We in that so-called place of hell mentally. A lot of us right now. Some of us are doing better than others. Some of us are in a situation that they feel like they cannot get out of. That's hell. Ain't no place you going to is worse situations a lot of us have been in. Understand that your oppressor that's over you, he can't handle what you're going through right now. He can't handle that. That's why you got to keep going and endure, because you got to understand the people that are ruling over you are nowhere near tough as you. That's why it's so important to come into this body now, support this body now. Because there's going to be a time when you're going to be searching this out and you will not be able to find it. The Most High is going to make it like that. Money cannot save us right now. This Kanye West is a billionaire. And I pray that brother stays strong. But if he doesn't stay strong, I'm not going to be surprised. If he comes back a month later and retracts his statement, I'm not going to be surprised, because he's not in the truth. The Most High has given you plenty of time to sit back and say to yourself, we've tried all this stuff, man. We tried the civil rights movement. We tried the Black and African movement. We tried all this crap, man. Where is it gotten us? You ask yourself that, all right? Let's get John 4:24. Let's get that. All right, John 4:24. God is a spirit. God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay? So let's get down. What is a spirit, man? When we say what is a spirit, talking about, right? So let's break that down to simple terms. What's school spirit? What is the spirit that Alabama fans have when they go to an Alabama game? When you see them guys at them games and they got their shirt off and degree weather, and they got the team and they hollering like it ain't bothering them, and they going crazy, and they with their team, whether they win no games or win all their games. If Alabama make an excuse, is like you just like, oh, that's spirit. That's a spirit, right? And they can also be related to our people in the Christian church, the Muslim mosques, the Africans, everything we doing. There's a zeal there. There's a spirit on you that makes you want to just run through a wall for what you believe in. But what if you're going in the wrong direction? What if you knock down every wall going to the right when you really should have just went forward? That's how our people are now. And actually, the Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are scattered with zeal. We going here full speed, we going there full speed, here. We all over the place. We're going up, we're going down, but it's all with force and no direction, no order. That's why these people are gearing up right now for Donald Trump to come back and stomp on us. That's what we need to be. We need to be gearing up for the Most High to protect us. Because what they have been setting up for the last 4 years, we're not ready for it. If we went into the woods right now training for it, we wouldn't be ready for it, because he blessed them with a sword. So you think training with your guns, getting your money up, gonna help fight this? I feel sorry for you. Especially if you're gonna still smoke cigarettes and be a lying bastard, lie on people, steal, con people out of their money. You gonna nothing protect you. We're dealing with. We look at God like somebody that live around the corner, and he don't know what I'm doing for real. I'm just gonna go uphill today. I'm gonna put my suit on. I'm gonna act like everything all right. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how we treat God. We don't treat like he know what you're doing behind closed doors. We don't treat God like we know that he like is in every being of your life. He gets a report from the angels. Salaki. The angels are with you at all times. Because God ain't got time to watch you all day. Right? He's not looking at you all day. He gets reports on what you're doing. And they not fair. They do not give false reports. They're going to tell him exactly what you're doing. All right? That's what we got to understand that, man. I'm going to read that. God is a spirit. All right, but so we start with 23. But the hour cometh, and now is Salaki. Let me start with 22. Ye worship, ye know not what. All right. We have a zeal. Like right now, these holidays coming up. We're about to have an extreme zeal about these damn holidays, man. You about to go and do zeal for Halloween. You about to go let these kids be in danger of getting razor blade food. Thanksgiving coming up, you about to go feed them turkey. You about to make them dress up. And oh my God, Christmas coming. You finna have 18, 19 days of Christmas. You're going to have extreme zeal about celebrating stuff that is against you, especially Thanksgiving holiday. A lot of black people around here talking about you got Indian in your family and you're about to sit down for Thanksgiving and you're going to eat a turkey and the cranberry. Do you know that cranberry represents the blood that was wasted from Native American Indians? Do you understand that dressing represents the brains of the babies that smashed up against stones? The turkey represents the head they cut off of the Indian. Look this stuff up, man. It's a meaning behind what you're sitting back doing, but you don't know that because you do not have the truth of the Most High God because you're not supposed to celebrate this stuff. But we're going to do it. And we're going to do it with the most amount of zeal that we can possibly get to. All right? All right? You worship, you know not what. We know what we worship. In the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we know what we worship. We know what this dot means. We know what it means when we say Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat the thought. We know what we're saying when we do that. We know where it comes from. We know the history of it. We know this Bible was transliterated from Hebrew to English so real. We know the white man didn't write it. We know this. And we know our God is a patient God. And we know the time is now for our people to step up and step into this truth. Because it's in the public eye. We cannot keep sitting back, celebrities say you were Israelite, and then, when the white man step on his neck and he be quiet, you don't even believe it no more. Now, at least I can say at least them brothers got millions of dollars and they at least try to stick their neck out, but they always gonna bitch up. It's obvious. They have no protection. They have no mental protection that goes through that stuff, but that time is coming. I want to get that brother Whack 100. I want to give him a shout out because he literally said out his own mouth he's gonna start paying Captain Zariak to counsel him. That's the kingdom of heaven, man. That's how this gonna go. This is what it's going to. These celebrities that want to step out and say they're Israelites, when they start reaching out to the Isupk, they're gonna have the right counsel on how to go about doing this. You ain't gonna flip out on a radio station and start, we the Jews, no, you're gonna have two brothers at your radio station with you on Shamar on both sides of you, so nobody's gonna mess with you. They're gonna be afraid. They're gonna understand it's something different. We can't just be out here alone doing stuff. It's an order in this, and that time is coming. So shout out to that brother for even saying that, and I hope he's serious about that, because that's the time that we coming into. The same thing was going on back in the 60s with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, he represented the Nation of Islam, but he took his counsel from Islam. That's why all our thinking they Muslim now, because of people like Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, and Mike Tyson. Those are our people. Those are Israelites. They was not supposed to be in Muslims. And a lot of those brothers have been through hell because of their religion. There's so much stuff that people don't know what's going on with that. They made it seem right. They picked some prominent brothers out of our race and put it over in an Arab religion. It will show extreme zeal, especially Malcolm X. But you know the history of what happened with all that. because that's not our God. That's having a zeal, but not the truth. And that's what we got to get back to. All right? All right. We know what we worship for. Salvation is of the Jews. Who are the Jews? The damn sure ain't no white boy. Let me ask you something. The Jewish man, what does he need salvation from? Let's think about this. This Bible is talking about a people that need to be redeemed back to their kingdom, who in the end they're gonna get them back. Does the Jewish man not have his kingdom right now? Did he not just get to where this man had to move? He's a goddamn billionaire. And a bank told him, we don't want your money because you spoke against these people. You telling me the Jewish man needs to be redeemed right now? He needs salvation. Who needs salvation? Who filling the prisons up, the abortion clinics, the rehab centers? Who's filling up the morgues? It's very simple. And our people got to stop fighting that. And it's a mental terror going on with our people, and we don't know. We think we got to get high. We got to take advice from somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about because they got a little more, or we think we need them. You got to be willing to step out and lose every goddamn thing you got. Brothers in the Isupk were drug dealers, scammers, con artists, all that. A lot of brothers in here was like that. But if we at the point now we were willing to not have a dime in our pocket to stay intact with our God. That's what we all have to do right now. We can no longer let dollar bills with a white man's face on you decide how you treat your people. We can't do that no more. This whole situation has been about money. This whole thing is all this. You being freed from slavery was about money. It would have never freed you from slavery if it wasn't for money. No. You wouldn't got no unemployment check for no coronavirus if it wasn't about they want you to. They wouldn't even gave let me tell you something. If they ever had a pandemic again, they're not gonna hand out no money like that because guess what black people did? Black people took their money and built businesses. Black people took their unemployment money and saved it. They're not gonna back because it didn't work out the way they planned. They give you money just to give it back. Everything they give us, they're gonna take it back. They want it back. And so instead of them getting the money back like they planned, what they do, they raise up the food prices, they raise up the gas prices. Because it was never meant for you to prosper. So you gotta understand who your enemy is. And also understand who on your side. All right? But the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. The hour have came. The hour is here. The true worshipers, the brothers who go out on street corners every chance they get and say things up the dead. Say things that get in people's spirit. Say things that make a oppressor hating white man get down and kiss your boots to put money in the bucket. You got to be a bold soul. You got to really have zeal. But the beautiful part about us, we have the truth too. That's what we got to understand, man. That's what the Most High does. If you can't have one without, there's a zero sum game. You cannot have one without the other. That's what you got to remember. All right. So we've been getting sold this little hope thing for a long time, and that's where it comes from. Us believing it's a hell that somebody go to and lake of fire where some man with horns under his head and all that. All that was a plot to get you not to fight now. You want to lay down and just die and get done any kind of way because you think when you die it's gonna be a place where you go up in clouds and all that kind of stuff. That's so you can forget this fight that's right in front of you. This enduring that you gotta do right now. That's the plot. And this Bible does not say that. Let's get Proverbs 13 and 12. Let's get that. All right. Proverbs 13 and 12. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. What you think that's talking about? Hope deferred. That's somebody telling you to sit down and let somebody beat you over the head at a restaurant, or telling you to keep on voting, or telling you to keep on whatever, man, whatever they trying to get us to do right now, man. Keep marching. We got a march coming up in the next month. Somebody invited us to. That's crazy. Why in the hell you think it's okay to still be marching out here, man? That's hope deferred. You thinking you're gonna march up the damn street, say a prayer, light some candles, and God gonna do what for you? He ain't tell you to do that nowhere in his Bible. When he told Jericho to march around that building, it was to kill people. It was to destroy them. It was like behind that. It wasn't just to pray and hope they stop begging them to stop beating you. That's hope deferred, man. And it made our hearts sick because now we did all that, and then when your grandma went through civil rights movement and she looked back and realized, oh, that's Martin Luther King like white women, or Malcolm X with this, or Jesse Jackson this. That makes your heart sick. That makes you be like, oh my God, we're not going through this again. The riots that just did, that was all hope deferred. But that zeal, they went out and told the whole city up with, thinking they're going to what go on. All you did was put more money in the white man's pocket. You gave Kyle Rittenhouse to get away with. Again, it's going to be all out slaughter. We're going to try to ride again. For any reason, they have given these people the right to kill you. Think it's a game. You can't go and do a January 6th and get away with it. It would have been a massacre. If that would have been black people running up on that, you wouldn't be going to court. We would be burying you. We would have a mass funeral. And nobody would go to jail behind it. This is not, I think we're just going to be able to trust people, do what we want to do. And it's to the point where if a person is not in this body, in this truth, you have to understand they're going to have the spirit of the oppressor on them. They're going to offend them. They're going to hurt their brother and sister because they have the spirit of that oppressor on them. That's where it comes back to not envying your oppressor. If you choose to not want to be like the oppressor, you're going to choose to love your brother. You're going to choose to love your sister, your children. You're going to choose to swallow your pride sometimes. And listen. Black people do not want to listen. Everybody knows everything right now. And the truth is, the knowledge you need is in the Isupk. And I'm not bragging about that. But guess what? Every brother from General Yohana on down will still listen. That's the part I always loved about being in this school, is that brothers in this school know the knowledge of God, still listen. I'm gonna be in class and gentleman Hyman and watching Black Watch and any man I can find to watch a class the rest of my life. There's never gonna be a time where I think I got it. Never. I don't want that. I want to always be learning. That's the spirit you got to be in so you can stay prepared. There's never gonna be a time. This is a living book. This book this big and everything in it got something to do with protecting your life. So how the hell you gonna say, "Oh, I know it now"? That's the spirit we got to come out. We don't know a damn thing, man. And there's no brotherhood and sisterhood thinking you know everything. All right. And the scriptures are set up to where you have to learn from somebody. This Bible was never meant for you to just read it, figure it out yourself. It's set up for a man to teach another brother, for a man to teach another sister. and their children on our own. It was set up like that. Order of the Most High. You cannot get around that. That's the thing going with our sisters. A lot of our sisters have the spirit. Oh man, especially a black woman will knock that brick wall. But if you go in the wrong damn direction, when you get there, you're gonna stay there. You're gonna try to make that work. You're not gonna go back. That's why it's important to know what direction you're finna go when you're going in. Because if you don't know, when you get to that point, you're not gonna have the energy to turn all the way back around. Because you put so much into it. Because that's how you set up to be an emotional creature. Where everything you do, your spirit gonna be in it. That's why it's important to make wise decisions, to take wise counsel, because you won't make them kind of mistakes. That's how they work. That's how the Most High set it up, and there's no way around it. All right? So that hope deferred has made our people heart sick. It's made us sick to where we can't even trust each other, to where we don't even want to be around each other, to where you think you're safer around the so-called white man, the so-called Arab man. My mother, when I was young, she used to always, when she saw a brother walking up the sidewalk, she used to always get nervous. But I didn't even know the white man was the devil, but I remember that. That's how we would talk to look at each other. And guess what? Sometimes you gotta really watch your brother, because that brother is oppressed. That brother might be thinking to rob you. So you have to be on guard of where you're going and what you're doing. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's why this truth is needed in earth. You need to be the where you see another Israelite somewhere, that person knows what they can and can't do. It's like an automatic friend you have when you see somebody out. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. You're going to have an automatic friend and an automatic enemy. All right? But when the desire comes, start from the top. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. But when the desire cometh, desire for what? When you really want to come into this truth and really, really, really understand the power of the Most High and be willing to suffer. That's a lot of problem with our people coming to the truth. We're not willing to suffer and don't understand that God is testing you. Read Job. Read the book of Job, the first chapter. God don't, man. He ain't just gonna give you a damn thing. He gonna try to break you. It's a test. That is the role of Satan. People think Satan is just under, like I said, under the ground. Satan is God's hitman. Just go back and read Job first chapter. He gave him an order to go and test Job. They're not against each other. His job is to put everything God hates in front of you and test you. Satan's job is to get that demon in you to make you do something stupid. His job is to get you to turn against people that are trying to help you. That's his job. His job is to prove you are a bitch ass nigga or a weak ass woman. That's his job. Simple as that. So when you're getting that feeling on you, when you want to be down, that is Satan winning. He's sitting there like, nah, he don't want this. He ain't ready. He worried about doing that. He ain't even work all day and come do this. He ain't even do that. That's the spirit he has on you. And you got to fight that, man. You got to be willing to fight that. All right? Salakia. All right? But when a desire comes, the desire to come into this body, it is a tree of life. What's the tree of life? We know the tree of life. It's the knowledge of God, following God's laws. Because if you keep on letting that hope, man, you're going to get killed. All right. Brothers who got killed by police officers, they had a hope that they were going to be treated like a white man. When you getting arrested and you do this right here, or you move, or you do that, in your mind, you feel like I'm an American citizen. You're not understanding that this man came to kill a nigga. You think that's just an officer out there trying to help you, but the officer is trying to kill you. He wants you dead. He wants your family dead. All right. All right. It's your life, man. So understand. And a lot of us got to understand that. I think a lot of issues, you know what I'm saying, our people were born with certain characteristics, man. We were born to be natural survivors, naturals. A lot of us have a talent to just, accomplish anything we want. And we got to realize we got to take that spirit, that gift, whatever blessing that you have given in the earth, you got to understand you were given to that to help build this kingdom. If every black person on the earth knew that whatever blessing you have, whether it be money, charisma, strength, any kind of just being smart. Some of our people were just born geniuses from children. You were given that gift to build up this kingdom, to exalt the Most High God. That's what you was given that to, man. All right. My fact, let me get Ephesians chapter Ephesians 4 and 9. Let's get that. Hold on one second. It's a lot. Ephesians 4. All right. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 9. Okay. All right. And when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive. Right. This is when Christ. Was right. Because everything revolves around Christ. And gave verse 9. Now that he ascended, what is it? What is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? All right. That's understand. I ain't talking about just, men going up and down, all that kind of stuff. They really talking about Christ being heaven sent. Priests and prophets of Most High God are heaven sent. Our spirit came from the Most High. We were born with heaven sent. Right? Understand that. He that descended is the same also that ascended far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some, all right, apostles, and some prophets, some evangelists, some pastors, some teachers. When you come into the Israelite school, the UPK, that's where a lot of brothers, the stuff that they came out like I feel like I use Captain Kahan as an example, a great orator brother. That's a gift the Most High gave to where I watched that brother be able to be in situations where I would just cut people off and cut them and just tell them about it. And I watched that brother be patient when he talked to people. That's something we all should learn because he can go in any situation and come out victor. He at least won that person's attention, which is a hard thing to do in the earth, to get a black person that got something to listen to you. And I watch brothers in this school do Captain Zaria, Captain Desire one. A lot of brothers that do that. That's a gift. We have some brothers have a gift. Oh, Captain Kai, brother naturally is going to protect everybody at all times. My brother in Atlanta, also y'all wrong. Natural Shamar does not know how to chill. That's just how he is. That's a gift. That gift is going to be used in the kingdom. But if that brother was out in the earth trying to do that, he could have been, if one of the brothers that could speak would, that'd be a pimp. Or that brother that's good security, he could be out like securing for a drug. The gift that you give, the blessing that you were given, it can be corrupted if you don't know what direction you're supposed to be going in. And that's what happened to our people. The gifts of making music. Most I like music. Isupk coming for the rap game. Ain't nothing wrong with being a good rapper, but you don't want to be rapping about bitches and hoes all day and killing each other. A gift to flow. Imagine if Jay-Z was in the truth and rapped about the truth with the flow he got. Lil Wayne. All that kind of stuff, all them different kind. I can't think of everybody who can rap good, but you know what I mean. Them gifts they were given, they could be used for this truth. You can make a whole album breaking that one album could change the earth. Because guess what? Them albums we made about crack, hoes, strip club, it changed us. Did it not change us? Did they could not come out with NWA? Did that not change the way niggas move? They made that in California. It affected us all. When Tupac was out, Tupac never came to Alabama, but he had more effect on niggas here than anybody ever been through here. Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? He went around here like that. But the music he put out, the gift he had on that track to make a good song affected lives. So imagine if them brothers was in the truth. That's what we got to understand, man. You got to have this truth with that spirit. You were born with that spirit, but you got to have that truth. All right? And he gave some Pastor John Salaki for the perfecting of the saints of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ, till we all come into the unity of the faith. So you're supposed to take that gift you were given and use that gift to bring everybody possible you can into the truth. You're not supposed to be a separatist and say, I can rap, I'm gonna go make my money, I'm gonna get a record deal and go on about my business. That's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to have a zeal to bring brothers and sisters in. That's what that gift is for. If you know how to sell things, say the truth. If you're making a lot of money, take that money and give it to goddamn Commander General Holler, because he the reason you know you're Israelite. Stop holding your finances and holding your resources back because you think, oh, I want to do this so I get me some glory. When that brother gave life years ago to lay this down, we put out to you right now. That's the brotherhood we forget. You would take if he just because he's not on the TV all the time or the views ain't big as Drink Champs or Charlemagne the God or whatever. They ain't got but 2,000 views. This brother got 1 million. What the hell that mean? You think the world's smart? The world is finna beg for Donald Trump back. You think the world is smart? You can't never get caught up in numbers with this. Numbers and money can never be a factor when it comes to this truth, man. It can't. That's the trap. All right. Let's get this. Until we all come into the unity of faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect, unto the measure and fullness of Christ, that we be no more to carried about with every wind of doctrine. Because that's not black people. I don't know who the hell that is. We have been tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. You can catch a nigga right now in Timbuktu saying he a Buddhist. You can catch a black man. I guarantee it. But let me ask you this. Have you ever seen an Arab in a black Christian church, an Arab Muslim, a Chinese Muslim? Do you see that? We the only ones that be mixing in like that, man. We the only ones do that crap. Everybody else got their own culture. We don't have that. All right? Everybody's got their own God they serve. We the only ones that got a God don't look nothing like us. We the only ones that serve a God like that. All right? And that's the main problem. So we said that we henceforth be children, to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by sleight of men and the cunning craftiness. Understand, what's been going on in these churches and these Muslim mosques, these Africans, these Muslims, is craftiness. When you sit up and watch most a lot of these pastors, they sit up and just be like, they talk with their hands, they got the organ going, this and that. I had a vision about all that kind of crap. That's craftiness. Because you're sitting up, you can't stop eating pork. If you can't stop being a liar, you can't stop being a whore, can't stop being a whoremonger. The Most High is not talking to you. So you cannot be talking about you got a vision. It's not how that you if you know you are a thief, if you know you are a liar, and behind closed door, you know you're lying. The Most High is not talking to you. He's thinking about killing you. Any voice that you're hearing is a demon that's leading you up. That's all that is. All right? He's not dealing with you if you're not following these laws of God. No way around that. Okay? So we get sleight of men and craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. People know a mark along. Man, let me tell you something, man. This con game is been going on a long time in this earth, man, and it's gonna continue going on. It's a con artists have a long con. They do little. I ain't talking about the 3 block. I ain't talking about a spam. I'm talking about somebody, people who sit out here and literally, that's how they gonna eat. That's how they gonna eat. They gonna hustle you, lie to you, make you feel sorry. That's the game. Or make you think they got it. The pastors gotta keep money in their pocket or keep looking like they got the money so you can get more money out of you. But ask yourself this. Your Christian pastor talks to you about prosperity. Any Christian pastor that's telling you about a prosperity, what business did they build up from? Ask them, because that's what they're doing. They telling you to go out and be prosperous and build your business, but their business is getting money out of you. That's the hustle. That's the craftiness in that. They're not going out building no business. They hustling the people. That's you ain't forcing a honey company to go out and do that. They want to give you a motivational speech to come out in the tunnel that day. And then get mad when you want to blow your brains out, man. That's what's going on. So that's the craftiness and the cunning, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, but speaking the truth in love may go up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ. All right? And we got to understand that, man. That's what's going on in this earth right now. And we get so comfortable when we do have a little something. But when it starts crumbling, you don't know why. You don't know why the Most High is doing that. I'm going to show you why. Let me get Haggai 3 and chapter 7. Haggai They got 3 and 7. So lucky. Okay, so lucky. Build houses. Consider your way. I can't read handwriting sometimes. Salaki. Okay, Haggai 1. Salaki. Haggai chapter 1, verse 3. Okay. All right. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses? What is talking about sealed houses? It's talking about level of protection that you have when you have a nice home, or you have a nice car, or you have money, or you have this, or you have that. But you cannot figure out why you're still looking for something, why you still feel like you're missing something. You still need a guidance. You still need this. I'm going to show you. All right. And this house, he said, oh, yeah, is it time for you to dwell in your sealed houses and this house lie waste? What are you investing in? What are you investing your time and your money into? Because the scripture says where your money go, that's where your heart, that's where your treasures go. You got to sit down and ask yourself, what are you investing your time in? What are you actually trying to learn about God? Do you really want to know how God works? Shalom Yahweh Shema, thumb by Shem Yahweh Shai says, understand that, man. Understand that. Do you really want to know how God operates? Do you really want to build up the kingdom of God that way you can relish in this? Do you really believe that stuff you give up now, you're gonna anything you lose now because of this truth, you're gonna get it back 10 times over through the Most High God? You gotta prove yourself. This ain't no book where you just go step in the room just because you showed up. This ain't no participation place. You don't get participation points with the Most High. You gotta really be willing to lose who you are. If you know the person you are is a lying piece of whatever, if you know you can't be trusted, if you know you got lust in your heart, you gotta kill that person. You have to spiritually kill that person you are. You gotta be willing to do that. And it's things that your flesh feels like you have to have. Your flesh is gonna tell you that you got stuff. If you're not willing to get that up and just to come into the knowledge of God, He's not gonna give it to you. And it's gonna be frustrating, especially if you like actually close to this truth. You watching this truth, or you know that the General Yohana is the man, and you still want to hold on to who you are. It's gonna really get frustrating because now you actually playing with God. Now you actually playing with Him because He shows you something that a lot of people do not get. A lot of people go on these pages and they sit up here and they flip through and say, oh, okay, that makes sense. Let me go over here and look at these hoes. Or that makes sense. Let me go over and get in this man woman inbox. So let me go and finesse this. Let me go leave a lot of my husband and go finesse this brother out of some money. If you're doing that, you are setting yourself up to get killed right now. Seriously, that's just plain and simple. That's how they go. All right, that's how the Lord tell our people that. We tell our people that and they don't want to hear. Right? You say, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste. Now, therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. All right, you got to consider your ways, or your ways pleasing the Most High. If you sitting up getting ready to celebrate holidays, your ways are not pleasing the Most High. And if you watching Command Junior Hunter on down to an officer 50, and you still even your brain not even thinking about not celebrating, you're not concerned about, oh man, I gotta figure out. You ain't even trying to get out of doing it, no kind of way, at least dial it back. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I cut it cold turkey when I found out about this shit. But hey, that's my zeal I had. I know some people that damn holidays a little bit harder than others, but you really gotta make sure, do you really want to be in this shoe? He gonna see you if you sneaking over somebody's house and just don't post it, he gonna see that too. That's how that go. You ain't hiding from him. He know your spirit. You gotta not want to do this. no more. You in the house with somebody, got a child, and you stuck. I mean, the Most High know what you're dealing with. Your spirit got to come out this place first, though. Your spirit, then he tell you how to physically get out of them situations. But your mind got to hate that stuff. Your mind got to start the way America is. You got to start hating that. You got to start looking at your people and realizing from October to February, people are going to get broke, spending money they shouldn't be spending on something that ain't got nothing to do with their God. So consider your ways. Don't think just because he can't wipe out what you got, right? Because this is what's going to happen. Ye have so much and bring in little, all right? We put out so much energy into this stuff. That zeal of going to go build a company, start a business, start an organization. You know what I'm saying? Do something in your church or your Muslim mosque. And Mo told you to do none of that. He ain't told you to do none of that. Not if it ain't his church. And we know his church is the body of people. And you know what the truth is, all right? Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is no warmth. That's just saying, for the lack of a better word, you're never going to be satisfied. That zeal is going to get you to, that's why a lot of people become millionaires. You know that, right? Like, see, do you understand what it takes to actually become a billionaire? You have to have a level of never being satisfied with you. That can become a demon. Never satisfied. If you always got to have more, you always got to be getting this. Take that zeal, put it in the truth. You ought to never be tired of more people coming to the truth. See what I'm saying? That's the point of what I'm trying to get you to understand. Ain't nothing wrong with ambition. Have ambition to build this up. Have ambition to make sure that the eyes should be okay because you know it's the truth. Have the ambition to help command and generate harm. The man shouldn't be talking every Monday about no damn tithes. He shouldn't have to bring that up at this point when you would not know you were Israelite by now if it wasn't for him. That's why the Most High is planning to wipe out anybody's finances that's not supporting his truth. That's what he's going to do. He's going to rip you apart, and you're not going to see it coming. You're going to always be like, you know, oh, this happened. That ain't just happening to you. It's happening to everybody who know the truth but don't support it. It's happening to everybody. Don't ever think, if you Black, Hispanic, Native American, don't ever think what's happening to you ain't happening to nobody else or ain't happening to nobody else. That's the beautiful part about having a family in the truth, about coming to this brotherhood and sisterhood. It's somebody that dealt with what you're dealing with and they help you. Because you're not going to get that in other places. Other places, people are taking two advice. We so bad that we can't trust each other. Another brother ain't going to help a brother out because he think he want his woman. Or another sister ain't going to help a sister out because she worried about you getting her husband. That's what's going on with us, man. All right? No brotherhood, no sisterhood. But there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes. I mean, you're going to make a lot of money. It can be taken from you. You're going to get finessed, conned, because you don't have a level of protection around you. You're not taking the right counsel. This is in this Bible, thousands of years ago. It's going on today. You have to follow it to the T. You can't say, I'm going to do this, I'm not going to do that. That's not how that works. All right? Thus saith the right there. I just read Haggai 1-7. Understand that, man. The Most High is not playing with that. So the first thing we gotta do is what? All right? How you dial that back and get back to your people? I'm gonna pull up something I always talk about. All right? Zephaniah 2:1. Gather together, O nation not desired. What just happened with that brother Kanye West shows you we are not desired, man. That brother could have came out and said he was a homosexual. He could have came out and said, I have an issue molesting children. I want help. He could have came out and said anything he wanted. This brother came out and tried to claim his heritage. And they trying to take everything. He's not desired. You're not desired. You think it's your job just because you got credentials, they desire you, they respect you, maybe. You a little bit desired. We gotta desire each other. We got desire to want to be around black people. Desire to give a damn going on with the reservations. You got a desire that the Mexicans are still on that border. You got to have an issue with children being killed and molested on the border of this United States right now. And nobody about it. For over 2-3 years now. Families broken apart. You cannot sit in your house, dwell because you got air conditioner, you got heat, you got a car. You can't keep doing it. Because guess what happened with you? You have mental issues. You got all the money, you got all the house and the cars. Some of your brain won't let you be happy. That's the most high. It's a peace that you get when you follow this body. It's a peace you get when you submit yourself and humble yourself in the truth. That's what you got. You got to have it, and you won't get it. I didn't have it before I came in the ISUPK. Situations that I had to deal with. I'm not always perfect, but I know it's a peace. I know how to go get counsel about stuff. I have that option. That's not in the earth no more. People don't know how to go to each other one-on-one, talk to each other first. If you can't figure that out, go to a person that is in this Bible. Don't go to nobody who just got more money or older than you. That don't mean they got more sense. You might have to go be counsel somebody younger than you. You might be somebody younger than you that actually knows how to counsel you. I have a captain of 10,000 that's 15 years younger than me, but he's over me. That's how I set this up. That's how he wanted it. So don't just think because you've been here long or you got more that you got that to maybe go back and support that person. Everything you were given is to set up for this king. You were not given nothing for your own personal gain. You were given a situation to benefit the. All right. All right. Let's get 14. First Corinthians 14 and 37. Let's get that. First Corinthians 14